Well, come on. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, something's a little weird. Where are we?
Hmm.
Sorry, guys. I've got stupid YouTube things up. I only want Zoom on, and YouTube wouldn't go away. There we are.
It looks like we're live. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
see
chat just popped up.
Cecil playing with his rattle ball on YouTube. So, yeah. Oh, wait, there was Don for a second away. I think. Yeah.
Is Don spotlighted?
He should be. Yeah. Spotlight is on. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Cockatude. Cockatoos with attitude. Mr. Attitude right here, Cecil. Hi, Cecil. Jazzy Jazzbird with the bib.
We have our first chatter. We have Lisa.
Hi,
So-
Lisa.
We can tell Cecil that his #1 fan has arrived.
Cecil. You heard that, right? Yep.
Oh, Jazmin. I just saw her. Oh my.
That's adorable. Look how cute she is in that bib.
Oh.
She's like a little granny in an old cottage.
Oh, she
How
looks
sweet.
adorable. Poor girl.
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now, as soon as the medicine starts to wear off, which wears off a lot earlier on her, she immediately goes for her chest, which is why that bib has got the chew marks on it. That's right where she would normally chew herself. It looks like those bibs might be good for 2 days at a time. It's hard to say.
Oh, she looks adorable though.
She is. She looks cute. I tried modifying it, did all kinds of fancy things to the first one, and just the straight bib seems to work the best. As long as you get the ties so that they're right up under her wings. So
I mean, it does look like it's made for her. It
does.
seems a perfect fit. Oh, Jazz.
Jazzy.
So as well as Lisa, we have Falcon Sue and GTH and Jocelyn. So hello to you guys.
Hey guys.
And we have Rosebud as well. Hello, Rosebud.
Hello. Yeah, the poor little Jazz. I just had to give her another dose. As soon as she started kind of coming out of the last dose, she went right for her chest. So
GTH wants to know, does she chew the bib as much as she would her feathers, or does she give up because the bib isn't actually feather?
depends on what the dosage level of the medicine is. She's chewed it quite a bit. She only worn that since about 2 o'clock yesterday. I have to keep an eye on her when I start seeing her chew on it, and I have to recalculate. So it looks like about every 6 hours she needs a dose. That's the way it was when I first got her. So 6, 12, 6, and midnight. Might be able to get away with not doing midnight, but I'll have to watch that bib pretty close, take a picture of it, and see what she's done. Are you trying to get the speaker I have hidden there, or did you want that? Mm-hmm. What are you going for, Susan? Mr. Chew Toys. Hey, KK.
And Rosebud says that she's going to crochet a vest for Jazmin. So that's lovely.
Yeah. Gotta make it out of some highly tensile material. Boy, she chews pretty good, this one. But yeah, you can put a vest on her, maybe last a day or two. It's like this thing's got 2 different layers to it. She's just about through the first layer, so I made sure I got one with a different color backing. That way you can tell when she gets to the backing, you can see it before she starts getting to her chest. But thank
There
you.
we have Shuggy. Shuggy is now Solidarity Shug. She showed behavior we never seen in the Shug bird. She actually is now very friendly to Jazmin. Since Jazmin first time had to wear a collar in her presence, she's really friendly towards Jazmin and allows to sit her on her perch and sometimes joins Jazmin on the other perch. That's absolutely gorgeous. We've never seen that in Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
You know how she feels about collars. She doesn't like
Yeah,
them at all.
Sugar has had to wear collars herself when she came to Don and was heavily plucking. But now Sugar is kind of okay with her huddle dose and yeah, pities Jazmin. But it's lovely to see that they can show that kind of behavior. I never expected that in Sugar. She always was, or seems to be like, doesn't care of any other bird around really, but with Jazmin, suddenly she really shows some interest, and that she doesn't agree with that. That's so sweet.
Mm. Oh, Jazzy. Yeah, Rosebud, if you make a couple of little vests for her, then we can have a fashion show. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, I hope in a month this will all be over, but you don't know. It took about 2 weeks the first time when she first came to it. It was a mess. She's not acting like that anymore. I mean, she was nuts, hanging herself on toys and all kinds of weird things. Now she just kind of to play around for a while, then she'll start going for her test once the medicine wears off. I have to keep weighing her to make sure she doesn't lose too much weight, but she seems to be eating as she goes right for the edamame and the birdie bread that it makes. So, as the medicine does have, when you increase the dose, it does have about a 48-hour span of reducing appetite. So, be careful. Usually no longer than 2 days, but what are you doing? You have to hit me with that. Do you? I guess you did. Excuse me?
My Cecil.
I think it's the first time you tried to pet me with it instead of hitting me with it. What?
And he is actually plays with 2 toys. He has his new favorite kind of, what is that? Is that a hair gum? That blue thing.
Yeah, it
It's-
looks like one of those hair stunkies. I don't know. I buy them from a bird supplier, but it probably is.
GTH wrote in chat, all Cecil heard was hit me with that. Yeah, I think that no or so, any negation or so isn't overheard by cockatoos in general. They hear what they want to hear.
Oh no! Are you whining at me? Are you whining at me?
Yeah, I think we have to make her a little protest sign so she can protest against collars in general.
Yeah.
Shuggy. And she actually has climbed over again. Shuggy. That moving Shug.
She's figured out that she gets petted better if she moves, so it seems to have done the trick. It's enticed her over. What a good girl. Yeah, that's it. Free the feathers.
Hey,
baby. You have making any sugar wine today? Any sugar wine? Pip, pip, pip.
The pip, pip, pip.
Pip, 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 pip.
Premium pip.
She must now work for 2 tritons.
Yeah, she's got to stay busy.
She's gonna start screens like this, and then she starts sneezing. So.
Oh, Peppa.
Has she ever sneezed after man aroused?
See, there it goes. Screens, and then she sneezes. What's with you anyway? She just did something I've taught her not to do, and to be sure I don't reinforce it, which is the smoker's cough. Pick that up, and if she does it, I make sure I do not reinforce it by anything I do. So she doesn't do it terribly often anymore. Once, maybe a week, the most.
We have a new chatter here, Purple Parrot Dundee, with a question. Where do you get the big balls like she has? We don't have local bird stores anywhere near me. I think we are talking about Cecil's rattle balls, probably.
Yeah, those I get those from Amazon. Ow.
Let's see.
Oh.
They might be actually on the wish list. So let's see. I have a look in my link list. So I can post the link tree. There are all our links, and I think we also have an Amazon wish list where they actually might be listed, if I remember right.
We never know about that list.
That's our link tree. And now I will have a peek myself, huh, Shuggy? Lie. No, don't have a look yourself. Go and pet the beak.
She's just preening on that side. Keep an eye on her though. She can't have anything tying it at the bottom yet.
No, I think the rattle balls aren't on the list anymore.
That list, I swear, no matter what you put on it, things just come and go without your approval. So.
Yeah. Has anyone idea how the name of the rattle balls was? They are from a special brand, I think.
I don't remember the brand.
Yeah, maybe just Google parrot rattle balls.
I can post it up later. Yeah, it's fine.
The thing is, when one just Googles the right words, then mostly Amazon knows what you're looking for.
Yeah, see, there she goes. She's trying to chew herself.
Poor Jazzy.
Well, Lisa says that Rico has one the same that's for babies. And they're called baby rattlers. So try searching that as well.
Sounds like snakes, baby rattlers.
Yeah.
She seems to be preening okay on the side, but when she gets to her chest, she starts picking the bib I have on her. I could put another set of straps to pull it in closer on the bottom part of her body, but I wanted to see how she did like this.
Oh, I think it was the Bonka bird toys. I think I found them.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a good
Yeah,
name.
Bonker, that rings a bell actually.
Actually, it should be called Bonkhead Bird Toys.
Yeah.
Okay, Kay's keeping busy.
Oh, good grief. Good grief. Get any
So
closer to my.
demanding.
Can you?
So
Might
demanding.
also be available on other platforms than Amazon, but I think, yeah, with when one Googles Bonka bird toy or so and Rattleball, one will find. So yeah. Yeah, we love the Rattleballs too, Purple Parrot Dandy, especially when Cecil plays with them. I think we already have a full graveyard of broken Rattleballs already. I think we could fill a complete room of the sanctuary with broken Rattleballs.
Yeah, probably.
I think we discovered them maybe last summer or so, when I think a couple of Rattleballs were donated to us, and yeah, since then it's Cecil's favorite toy. And I think there's a question by GTH. Is Jazmin responsive while she's plucking, or does she check out?
If you try to talk to her or get her attention, she'll just keep going at her task. Which she was like when I first got her too. So, but then she used to do crazy stuff like try to hang herself on the toys and everything. Now she just seems to be concentrated on that chest. And when she starts doing it, first of all, you don't want to reinforce it by drawing attention to what she's doing. So I try to divert her attention without commenting on her chest and without making her aware that's why I'm doing it. She doesn't seem to be responsive at all. Right now she's just preening, so that's good. The medicine's kicking in again, but hi baby, how you doing? How's that girl? Now we're reinforcing the fact she's just preening now. So hi baby, hi Jazz.
Yeah, poor Jazzy.
They're so cute though.
Oh, now you're crying at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm petting the Jazz. Of course, she's going to do that. Hi, Jazz.
She says, I have solidarity about the collar, but that doesn't mean you can just pet her and not pet me.
Mm-hmm. Solidarity has limits, Shirk. Oh, you're such a sweet Shirk. Yeah, Don has a lot to do with all the troublemakers at the moment. He needs to single out Cozy, who needs extra time, and Bob, who needs extra time and training. Yeah. Manda. We haven't talked a while, I think, about Manda. Baby Manda is cool, but yeah, he and the other birds are not the best friends.
Scoot, move. Would you get off my leg? I need to stand up. Where is Lucy?
Lucy, that's a good question. Popcorn. More popcorn.
over there. Okay, come on back. Couldn't see her. She's hiding behind the ropes over there. Doesn't usually go over.
Nope.
It's on an adventure.
Hmm.
We're starting to get that sun now, which would be nice on a day where it's supposed to be 103 Fahrenheit. It'd be nice to block it off, but the second I put that curtain down,
She used to like look out of the windows when we first arrived in the new sanctuary home. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe she thought she could do a, I don't know, side test
maybe.
See if the
and see
views
if she
changed.
still can discover flies in the near mountain range.
See there, she's picking the bib.
Jazzy. Rosebud wants to know how KK is doing.
Oh, he's he's busy over there. He's doing great. His territorial aggression is down to almost nothing. I mean, he was over here with Pippa was down below and he was above, and he wasn't going after her, but you know, Pippa gets a little snippety. So Pippa was looking up at him and he's looking down at her. There was no fight. So
And he's been preened by Cecil.
yeah, he left Cecil Premium now. So yeah, he's been in just fine.
Yeah, KK is doing well.
And he'd only been on medicine for a short time, so I got him off of it and he's not plucking. That doesn't mean it will stay like that forever, but it's nice that he's not on it now. Just like with Jazmin, she was not plucking on her low level of medicine, then she just goes off the deep end. So you never know what's going to signal that in the outside environment. They see something, it makes them nervous, or they have mating behavior because their bodies are basically going into that mode, and it can spur it. Dr. Jenkins said that some people will go and try to get a deslorelin or a Lupron implant because they think that's going to stop plugging. It might temporarily reduce the anxiety, but it's not going to stop it. He's been doing it too long. He's been watching it for about a decade and a half, ever since they started breeding these guys in captivity and when the problem arose. So with him, he'll tell you there's no doubt that it is the breeding that's the problem. He's not against breeders, but then again, he gets money from them. So like anybody, people are motivated. He's more motivated about the birds than money, but I think sometimes it sways him one way or another because he does have quite a few sanctuaries, rescues, bird breeders, included that bring their birds to him. So. Snowball, you resting out there?
Oh, that's no snowball.
There's that look, like you gonna toss me one of those things or what? Hi, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. Now there's someone who's been on a tiny dose. He's on 0.04. He's been on that for years. And all of a sudden I had to up his dose of Haldol. It hasn't changed his behavior, except he's yanking his feathers out. Peter's just pulling them right out of his chest.
He's such a good bird.
He is. He's a wonderful bird.
Spirit Meta has joined us in the chat.
Hello.
So, happy you are here.
How you doing, girl?
And Rosebud says she sent a load of healing energies to Lucy and her eye.
Yeah, her eyes looks good now. Some gotten to it. We just pretend it's Halloween and we're playing dress up, okay? What's the matter with the jazz? Matt.
We don't know why the jazz is suddenly going back to plucking or mutilating. Oh, I just saw a Shuggy feather falling down.
Yeah, she doesn't pluck her feathers. She just mutilates.
No, that feather, I think that fall off while preening. Yeah, but I was talking about Jazmin before, and yeah, she mutilates, poor girl. And mutilation must be taken serious in parrots.
Yeah, you
They
could,
can
well,
really hurt themselves.
you could in the morning and find a horror. I've seen it. So lost one of my best companions. Coco was lost that way, and they can't get their blood back the way they don't have bone marrow to make their blood. The blood has to replicate itself. Our blood can't do that. That's the only way they can replace their blood. So they lose too much, they're gonna die. So hey, sweetheart. What are you doing, big boy? Oh yeah.
There we have Mr. Rattleball again. I would love to see Cecil's face if we would go into one of these Amazon storages, which is full of rattleballs. I don't know if such a thing exists, but I just imagine.
Yeah, usually they'll say they have like 7 or 8 packages of cereal at a time when I order them. So I don't have a huge supply of them.
Or at the Bonker factory. Rattleballs, so many rattleballs. Let's research and Google where's the Bonker factory. Oh my. Maybe we can send an application for Cecil. He wants to work there as test bird.
Oh, you want to get petted again, do you? Okay. She has a cute little sound she makes when she wants to be petted.
Jazmin, are you doing some Jazmin songs from now and then? Some beep, 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 beep.
And the hard thing is not to get them to associate, to get a bird to associate. Now that they're doing something to damage themselves, they're getting more attention. So you don't want to either. So I certainly don't want to put her in a full Elizabethan collar. You know, they can't get to their food. It's horrible. So you got your ball back? And she seems to be doing okay with that. Using something like that doesn't always work. So a little head collar I had on her was working for most of the time. The last day she was wearing it, she found a way around it. So I got your foot. You got your foot. What you doing, Jazz? Jazmin. Jazzy Jazzbird.
There you go, Jazz. She's waking up. It's been half an hour. So now she's on the move.
And that's the other thing. When you have to increase the dose, you need to look and see how long they're out of it. They really shouldn't be out of it more than a half an hour. So we're going to break it into 3 doses. And it looks like, no, you stop that. That's not nice. No. No, we're not doing that.
You don't need to do that.
It's just being territorial. Get her between them and it stops. It's all right as long as she doesn't do it too long. If she does it for more than like 5 or 10 seconds, then she'll keep going. But if you can break it off quickly, she's all right. Aren't you, bro? Yeah, I know. I know.
You have to be a peaceful pip and not a pugnacious pip.
You're a good girl, but you're a little bit territorial, aren't you, baby?
She has Bobaloo too.
Yeah, I finally came up with a solution for the chair thing. It's just basically it's garden netting. You used to keep snakes out, snake netting. And I'm going to put that around both of the chairs so Bob can't hide under them anymore. They'll still be able to get under the cages. So I may have to do something about that too, but the cages are farther away. Under this chair especially is not good because he likes to nest under there. Take him this morning. I take him about 3 times out from under the chair. Which when there's no other birds is easy. You just lean the chair forward and grab him. Yeah. He stopped running away when I pick him up though. So
That's good.
yeah, there's progress. Today though, he didn't play up on the ropes. Usually I can get him to play up there. Today he kept trying to get down by me and I had to keep putting him back up on one of the play stands. And then he'd play for a minute or two and then try to climb back down. So he's having one of those days where he's trying to get around the rules, but he'll figure it out. Or Pippa will teach him. You could teach him, couldn't you, Pip? Couldn't you? Say that's right.
That's right. That's right.
That's right, Pippa.
That's right. That's right.
The main focus is on this little girl now. She's got a little too much of the medicine in her, but I'm gonna have to put her on. She's been getting the last couple of days. She's been getting 0.40 for the entire day. That's in 2 doses. So I'm probably gonna split it up to 14, 14, and 14, which will give her about the same, but just at different times. Get more toys in there she can chew on. She's been trying to nest with some of the that's another sign of it when they start nesting, and she started doing that, trying to take paper and make a nest. So that can actually be one of the funny things, not funny, peculiar, not humorous, that if they feel too secure and they start nesting, that can start it. Because they're starting a nest and they don't have a mate. And around here, the only one that's available would be Mander, and neither one of these 2 aunties want anything to do with Mander.
Yeah, that's not nice. I wish we would have some friendo for Mander who kind of gets along with him and the way he is. Who has like kind of father feelings for a big baby Mander.
Yeah, the only one that he can get along with, it's not so much the other birds, it's just he won't make friends. So he gets along okay with Cecil, but everybody else he's nervous about. So KK, what you doing? KK.
A little elder or looking man who kind of gives his wisdom towards Mander.
I can get him out. It's just that it takes a long time. And then I've been taking him out when Lorelai's in here. It's just Lorelai and maybe a couple of other birds. And then big cage over there. But he's such a chicken. You know, he's afraid it's because he can't move that well because of his pelvis being twisted, I'm sure. But
the thing is, for that he can actually move pretty fast.
And he can, but I think it hurts when he does.
Oh my poor Mander.
But he seems pretty happy. I go over and sit by him and play with him and talk to him, read to him, that kind of thing. But he'll come out of my lap. He'll let me do his nails. But again, I have to be out. It takes me about 10, 15 minutes to get him out of his cage. I mean, I could just take him. Hey, all right, good boy. Good boy, Snowball. AK. All right. All right. Good boy. All right.
Yeah, GTH says Manda's problem appears to be poor strategy and choice. I know it's crazy to talk about with a bird, but that guy goes out of his way to make his life difficult.
He does. He really does.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He seems to
Ah,
get overwhelmed by panic, I think, and then he panics and charges headlong into the middle of someone's territory or something like that.
but we never should forget that Manda was kidnapped as a baby bird. So maybe he had such a stress response while he was with these people that completely influenced his brain development, and that's why he has this kind of really strange behavior when other birds approach, like he panics immediately.
Yeah, he had a tough childhood.
Mhm.
Well,
And the
it's
thing is, we cannot do the things which are established with humans, like slow exposure to what one is panicking or bothering, and then slightly get over it. That's not possible with a bird, at least not that easy, because we cannot talk the bird into it. Maybe one day, maybe in 30 years, when actually artificial intelligence can translate between birds and us.
But he kind of reminds me of the time I was walking through the Wild Animal Park in San Diego. I used to live close to it, so even though I had birds, I could go there and take an hour and a half walk and get 5 miles of walking in. But anyway, I'm going up to the Condor Ridge, and I'm walking fast. You know, go 5 miles in an hour and a half, you have to walk pretty fast. So I'm walking, and this keeper yells at me, "Don't you ever look where you're going?" And I stopped. Now the reason she did that is probably a good reason for it, but I'll tell you at the end. But so I turn and look, and she's sitting there with a cheetah. And I hadn't even noticed because I was busy and trying to get my 5 miles in and moving fast. Not that they didn't pay attention to my world usually, but I just missed it. I was really focused on getting to Condor Ridge. So then I went and sat down next to her. But the reason she said that was probably more to protect me than anything else, because cheetahs get aggressive if you're running. If you walk by a cheetah, they wouldn't bite you. But if you're running, they'll try to take you down and eat you, right? So that is probably why she got my attention, because the cheetah was getting aggressive, even though it was on a leash. And that's what it's like with him. When he takes off like that, the other birds are like, "Go get him." What are you doing? You making holes in my clothing down there, little girl? Starting to chew my clothing, are you?
Is she now Lorelei Duval?
Yes, you've been learning from Lorelei, haven't you? Chew the clothes. Hi, KK. How you doing? You want to come over, don't you? But not with her in my lap.
Yeah, Lisa tells us in chat that Rico is grumpy today and bitter.
Oh, poor old Rico.
Yeah, that's another thing. These guys have moods. like we do.
That's absolutely true. Even tiny butchies have moods. So
Yeah, well, all parrots can get moody. So yeah, I know. Don't have that much humidity in this room right now.
so much personality.
I'm sure Rico feels bad for biting you.
What you doing, Pip? Pip, Pip. That's right. That's right.
What a pretty pet.
You lost part of your toy there. Well, not good if you don't have both, right? So dropped one part, so they let the other part go. Yeah, bye. Think we can get him over. We can do this without dumping. Cecil, you want to come over? No, you do? Okay. Well, come on. See, oh, you would do that the other way. Turn your body back the way it was. There you go. Thank you.
And welcome, Erin. Erin is here. She has been stuck in a 3-hour meeting. Oh my gosh, girl. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Well, we had, I think, a 3-hour meeting yesterday. I think that was more funny.
Yes, it's always fun to sit in a room, to sit in a virtual room or a real room with your corporate masters. No. I wonder if 500 years from now, historians will say, why did these people sell their time for money? You know, why did they become slaves for wages? If it will seem strange to them. Cecil says he doesn't know. Actually, does seem odd. Oops. Nope, nope, nope. Here's your toy back. KK, what are you
I think
doing?
Erin hasn't seen Jazmin today. She's wearing something special, which Sugar doesn't like at all.
Look at her. Oh, Jazzy.
Yeah, this
Looks,
Jazmin today,
looks like she's been in a
pitied
meeting.
by the Sugar.
That's her meeting uniform. She's a little out of it right now, that extra dose, but I didn't have a lot of choice. She was digging at herself.
How cute is she, though?
Oh, it's just, if she wasn't going for a keel, it wouldn't be so bad. It's just a really hard part of their body to heal. When they chew.
Yeah, absolutely. When she could bite into your bone, so that's absolutely Jazz.
And that's they have only 3 cells. They're fairly they have a lot of tensile strength, but they're only 3 cells deep there. So I can't let her do that to herself.
Oh no, so. Has Pippa moved on Sugar's perch?
Yep.
And Sugar is cool at the moment.
She's been letting her sit there for not for a long time, but she's been letting her sit there 5-10 minutes. Then she'll go over and say, wait a minute, you're on my perch. But
well, at least she isn't blocking the way towards speak pads, so maybe that's okay.
Hey, monster, how you doing? How's that big monstrous bird? You'd think he was demon possessed from the way that people talked about him before he got here. His original owner The one he was with wouldn't have said that, but you got a feather there that I need to preen, but I can't seem to get it. I can't get it. I can't get it. Why don't you chew on my thumb for a little bit? I know you're a good bird. A good bird. KK, good bird. I'm sure of it. Even though I don't know exactly what you said. Yep, you could take the end of that finger off in one bite if you wanted to. But he's a good boy. Yes, he is. Got some scratch there, kid? He spoke to me. Maybe he'll preen me. I'll just preen myself. Yeah, we got dual preening going on up there now.
So, and we have Schwartz joining the chat. Hello and welcome.
Hello. Hi, baby. Eat the finger? Okay. Oh, you're a good bird. Yes, you are. He's got a feather there that needs to be preened, but it's right up against his body and I can't get it. Although Cecil probably will at some point. Cecil hasn't tried to preen Jazmin yet, so I'm going to see what he does with he didn't like that plastic collar around her neck, and it's not effective anymore anyway, so I wonder what he'll do. He's close. He's right over near her now, aren't you? Cecil he's a great gentleman unless he has a toy. He's Dr. Jekyll and he's Cecil Jekyll and Cecil Hyde. He's funny. If I go to clean his cage, he gives me all kinds of trouble. Changes food and water, he gives me all kinds of trouble. Put your finger through the bar, he doesn't do anything. But go to try to change his water. He's right there trying to stop you.
Yeah, we have a little discussion about how far developed and intelligent birds are. Schwartz started with always thought parrots, given a couple million years and minus some niches humans dominate, would evolve to be nearly advanced as humans. They have the dexterity and range.
Yeah, they do. I'm not sure they aren't as advanced as we are. I'm not sure how advanced a species is that goes out and kills itself. You know, you have these constant wars.
Yeah, it depends really on the perspective one looks on it all to kind of, if one looks just from the intelligence or so, it might be even that they are actually more intelligent than humans are, just don't see any necessity to really get into all these using just a tool for everything, since they basically have a happy life where they live in the jungle, can live there for many decades, have children, have fun, have everything. So they nearly don't get any illness when they're there, don't have any predators which really go for them, at least not that much. So actually they have evolved pretty into something which is actually Perfect.
Well, that one video, there's a video on YouTube where these folks are in a park in Australia, and there's a water fountain, and there's a greater sulfur who is obviously, it's so obvious what the greater sulfur is saying. I can't turn the handle on this. Would you let me have some water? And they you hear them talking back, if they finally figure it out, I think he wants the water on, and you're just going, duh. Who's the smarter? The bird is making it obvious what he wants, and the people can't figure it out. So I think when you see that, you think, well, that's, humans aren't that smart. And then they give him water and they stop, and then he does it again. I think he wants more. Hello, it's so obvious. And another one that, well, there's a lot of them, but there's one where you see a greater sulfur. Somebody has put these little bars up. You have these little rails that you can put up to keep birds from landing, and this guy is just going along, pulling them out. No, these shouldn't be here. I need to land here. We're clearing the landing pad. Or in Australia, where two of the birds work together to open a trash can. So of course they come up with a great solution. We'll put a brick on the trash can. Well, so what happens when 3 or 4 of the greater sulfurs all work to knock the brick off? I mean, come on, folks. I know they make me feel stupid quite often. They outsmart you.
Michelle Thompson joined the chat and says, sorry, I missed the live. Been at the hospital with cracked ribs. That sounds terrible. Hope everything gets well soon. Oh my, Michelle.
Yeah.
And Falcons who says, that's one of my favorite red stump humans. Yeah. Oh, is KK doing his special stuff again? Oh, and Michelle would like to know if the flock is well. So far, they are okay. Jazmin is wearing her special collar today because she started mutilating again. Bob is not in the room because he needs special training at the moment. But I think the others are pretty funny and happy at the moment.
Pretty much. Now, the behavior he's doing, I would not suggest that most people allow a bird to do this behavior continuously. It does not get him excited, okay? But so each bird's different, but you want to be careful allowing a bird to do something that's a mating behavior.
Yeah, I think E. Schwartz wants to have some clarification on what KK is doing at the moment to you. Is that preening?
Technically, it's a mating behavior. Like it's a male will beat a little bit on the back of a female with their beak, but he's not using it that way. But if you have a bird that starts doing that, you want to direct their attention to somewhere else. Don't stop them from doing it. Get their attention on something else. Because if you try to stop them, then you're going to focus them on the behavior. So if I were to move my hand, what I'll usually do if he beats on me like that for a while, I'll just put him up on my chest and pet him a little bit, and then he'll go back to it. But he doesn't start becoming territorial and pushing other birds away when he does this. And once you get more behavioral science under you, you can deal with these issues. Like with him, someone who used to have him at her rescue a long time ago was telling me she didn't think it was a good idea for me to have a box out for him to nest in. And I said, it depends on the bird and what they're doing. So, and now he doesn't want a box. He's not even interested, but he used to go there, and I'm only guessing, but I think he went there as a kind of like like Linus's little blankets, you know, it's just a place to go to feel secure. And then once he felt okay around the other birds, he stopped doing that. So he just ignored the box. Are you sure about that? Is this acupressure? Is that what you're doing? I have no idea what time it is, and I can't turn my hand to see my watch. Yeah, you think so? You flip my hand. Oh, okay, we still have a few minutes. Hi.
You're still in time.
Yeah, there are behaviors that they do one bird to another. If Cecil was doing this to me, I would find a way to stop it because he can get a little bit. He can start mating behavior that gets complicated. He doesn't do it often, but he doesn't usually beat on me like that. Right now, he's trying to pinch my skin a little bit because he wants me to pet him. No, you don't need to eat my watch, Cecil. Hi, baby. Hi, Cecil. Oh, you just want, okay. Hold on a sec. Calm down because that didn't work. Yeah. Sorry. Went every which way. Oh, now you're gonna get off me? You big toad. I just changed the camera angle.
Lol.
Funny bird. All right. Turn this down. Cecil. Hello. Yeah, a bird that's doing what he's doing. Most birds, if you let them do that too long, they'll start getting aggressive to the other birds. He doesn't do that, so I don't worry about it. But until my arm starts feeling numb. But with Pippa, she's a female, so she doesn't do that. But if she starts fanning her tail, I stop petting her because these Tritons tend to be a little more aggressive. So territorially, they only have aggression for two reasons: it's either fear or territoriality. So Jazz, you in there, Jazz? Jazmin. Jazzy. Hey, hello. How you doing? He says, I don't know. I got this stupid thing on me.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Jazz. Hello, KK. Yeah, a friend of mine who had him, at one point he was nipping. Now, obviously, biting and nipping are because you've done something wrong, and you have to correct your behavior to get it to stop. But he went ahead, and I told him, "Don't do it." Michael, do not trim his wings. And then about a month later, he said that was a big mistake. The thing is, you either have fight or flight. If they can't fly, then they're going to fight. So it actually made the situation worse. Most people do the wing trimmings because they're afraid they're going to fly out the door. They can still fly out the door when you trim their wings. And then they can't fly very well, so they can't come back to you. Best thing is to train them to recall in the house, get them to fly to you, and make sure that the doors have a screen so that when you open the door, they can't get out. You need at least 2 stages on every door so that they can't get out. I open the doors when they're in cages, so that doesn't happen. But well, folks, I think we've reached that time. And as you can see, KK has stopped that behavior. Other birds might You go off the deep end and start getting a little too amorous with you, but he doesn't do that. So
You're a good
Right,
boy,
Kate?
KK.
he is a good boy, aren't you, KK?
Good
KK,
boy,
good boy.
KK.
KK, good boy. Yeah,
Good
KK.
boy.
He says, "Why are you pointing that?" KK, good boy. Yes, Cecil. Cecil started grabbing my skin to get my attention. He just reached up and grabbed my elbow while he was preening. And now he's looking like I didn't do anything.
Oh, and we have another chatter. Kira with Vicky is here. So hello. She's greeting you, Don.
Hello.
I'm afraid you got here just as we're about to finish, but it's nice to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually do this noon on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's Pacific time or Pacific Daylight Time, depending.
Yeah, here it's 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. But it's
8 till
always
9 here.
yeah, always the same time frame. So kind of maybe one day we can make a calendar, but usually standard Pacific time or so should be. So the time which is it the same time as Las Vegas? In
Yes.
Param, probably. So yeah, I think if one Google's time in Las Vegas, then that's the time Don lives in. And when it's noon in Las Vegas.
Yeah, the actual name of that place is Lost Wages. At least what people say around here. Nobody in Pahrump wants to live that I met wants to live in Lost Wages, but they like living here, but not there.
Must
Too
be
glib-
fun living in the desert. Is Lucy still back there?
Yep, she's still there looking out the window.
Oh, so today is window looky time. Interesting.
The windows look weird because there's UV film on them. So it makes
Oh, it doesn't look too weird from here to.
if it didn't have the UV film, you could see outside. You could barely see outside because that film blocks a lot of it. So started looking strange as soon as I put it up, but someone, I wonder who that might be, someone won't let me pull the drapes down because then he tries to eat them. And then when he starts eating the drapes, he tries to eat the window.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no.
So I have to put the drapes up where he can't get to them. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Remember, we do have, if you want to support what we do, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/Chloe Sanctuary, where you can sign up to give us $1 or $2 every month so that you can help pay our bills, which are not cheap. It's always something we end up having to need too, that like I had to order that to keep Bob from getting under this chair and nesting. I ordered some, it's only $14, but I ordered some snake guard. It's basically what you put out in your garden to keep the snakes out. And it's just plastic, so it goes around the bottom to keep him from going under. Not that he couldn't chew through it, but the main point is so he doesn't run under there. He's got to learn to listen to me again, and he's kind of given up on it. Oh, you're gonna hug me now? Okay. Why don't you give everybody hugs? Give everybody hugs.
Bye-bye, Hawks. Bye-bye, KK.
Okay.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
chatters. Good to see you. Hope to see you all Wednesday.
Yep. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thanks, Anna Marie, and thanks, Eleanor, for your help and for being on the board and keeping us going. So, say bye, KK. Say bye, Amy. Bye.
Bye.